Hello, Camillennials. For this episode, we will be talking about 5 important checkpoints when doing rounds before and after watch in the engine room. Conducting watch is the primary job of all crew in ships. Deck crew conduct navigational watch for the safety passage of the ships, and we engine crew conduct engine watch to maintain the safe operation of the machineries. Even though modernization of the shipping industry is on a fast pace, which gave way to unmanned machinery spaces, manned engine watch is still prominent nowadays. The following are the important checkpoints we should check as engine crew before we take over a watch and before handing over the watch to our relievers. Checkpoint number 1: boiler water level. This is the first thing to check once you go down the engine room. It's the intention of naval designers and architects to put this level gauge at the topmost level of the engine room so that it will be the first one to pass by. Make sure your water level is properly maintained at the 3/4 mark. Not too high though, as it can cause overflowing due to expansion of water. Most importantly, do not let it reach the low level mark, or the worst, be emptied, because you'll never going to like the consequences. Boiler explosion. And it's the most fatal incident in the engine room that have taken toll thousands of lives. Checkpoint number 2: main engine oil mist detector. Passing through the main engine, this probably is the most important device to check. There are certain OMD or oil mist detector that are located in the local side and others that are located at the control room. You never would have want to see a red light in this device, as it would mean high level of mist inside the engine's crankcase. And when the oil mist level is high, probability of crankcase explosion is high too, which is very destructive and fatal. An important reminder: when engine stops due to high oil mist level alarm, do not immediately open the crankcase door as most engineers have done in the past. Let the engine cool down for about 30 minutes unless you want your face blown and your body shattered by a flare back. Checkpoint number 3: leaking in oil lines. Be very observant when passing through flanges, valves, and fittings of oil lines for any signs of leaking. Leaking is very important to be rectified immediately, especially for oil lines, as they can pose threat to become a marine pollution, and trust me, they are very hard to clean, especially that heavy fuel oil. You don't want to spend your overtime wiping and cleaning viscous fuel oil, do you? Checkpoint number 4: flushing of purifiers. Whenever you passed by purifiers, always check the discharge chamber for vomiting of purifiers, as it can overflow your sludge tank. And next thing you know, you are spending overtime wiping those bunker. This will also signal something wrong in your purifier, like improper gravity disk, improper temperature setting, feeding, etc. Worse is that bunker supplied to you is out of specification and is very dirty. That would be a different story. Checkpoint number 5: temperature and pressure gauges. Check whenever possible the readings of pressure gauges and thermometer if they are in the normal levels. Usually, gauges are marked with green zone for easy identification of their normal parameters. Deviating from this range already gives a hint that something is wrong in the system, but be mindful first to check if the gauge is working properly. Temperatures in the exhaust side of engines, boiler, inlet and outlet of exchangers, and refrigeration systems are examples of important checkpoints. Pressure gauges in the outlet and inlet of pumps are also very critical. These are the top 5 most important checkpoints that would help you maintain a safe watch and maybe finish your contract without any untoward accident. Please be reminded not to violate the first and the most important rule in seafaring, which is safety first. If you have any comments or additional thoughts that should be included in the list, feel free to message us in our Facebook page or Instagram page, The Millennial Seafarers. Thank you and hope that this article and this podcast is of help to you, especially for our new seafarers who are just beginning their journey through Poseidon's kingdom. Till we meet again, Kamillennials, kudos!